Howdy everybody and welcome back to the Saint Willy channel once again. And I think it's safe to say now that infectionaus are kind of like Rule 34. If it exists, there's an infectionau of it. And I told you guys you wouldn't be able to guess what this one was about. It's about Eddsworld! Yes guys, if you're a certified unk like me and have been around the internet for as long as I have, then you'll remember a good old lovable animation series called Eddsworld that follows the misadventures of, well, Ed and his group of friends, Mad and Tom and Tord. I mean, there are other characters as well, but those are like the main cast originally. Eddsworld is a staple in the OG YouTube and Newgrounds animation community. I first got introduced to it with the Zombie Attack series, and I was just a fat little child watching it on my parents' Windows XP computer and waiting 3 hours for a damn video to load, but by golly did I watch them. It was created by a British animator named Ed Gould, and unfortunately Ed passed away of leukemia in 2012, R.I.P. Ed, but luckily his friend Tomska continued the production so his friend memory would live on until he eventually handed over the reins to Matt Hargreaves, who was a fellow co-star in the series, and now Matt and the Gould family basically oversee it to this day. And despite what you guys may think of the episode qualities after Ed's death, it takes a lot of effort to keep a series like that going, so shout out to Tomska and Matt and all the entire Gould family and anyone who worked on Eddsworld. I just wanted to shout them out because Eddsworld as a series still continues on to this day, and it created a lot of fond memories for people like myself, and I'm sure even younger because, you know, people still watch it, and even though I myself haven't checked it out in a while, it's just really nice to see that that time period and animation of old school YouTube, that, I guess, echo of the past still kind of goes on to this day. It reminds me of a simpler time of the internet, back when funnyjunk.com was still relevant and prepubescent Willie was watching visual novel playthroughs on YouTube. But enough about that, I know what you guys are here for. You're here for the horror alternate universe. The Eddsworld infectionau is brought to us by Ultimate Lucky Artists, and I will leave a link to their TikTok and YouTube in the description below. And for all you newbies, you virgin Willykins who don't know what infectionaus are, well, I have other videos that you can watch to get caught up to speed. So without further ado, snuggle in, grab a case of off-brand cola, or if you're an alcoholic like Tom is, grab a case of brewskis, and let's get into the Eddsworld infectionau. Tord. Health, 100%. Sanity, 69%. Consciousness, 100%. Stressed with the rise of a severely contagious virus, worried something is wrong with Ed. Tom. Health, 100%. Sanity, 100%. Consciousness, 87%. Tom doesn't care even though he's been drinking more often ever since he heard the news. He hopes it reaches the Tord, because it'll be funny. Matt. Health, 67%. Sanity, 35%. Consciousness, 65%. After checking on Ed and hanging out with him, Matt has begun to feel sick. He currently has severe flu symptoms and a fever of 102.5. Each day the sickness gets worse and Matt is unable to think anymore. Ed. Health, 7%. Sanity, 0%. Consciousness, 12%. He can only use tears to show he's still in there. Okay, infected Ed is giving real, like Lich King vibes, in my opinion. Now, Tord, being the most normal person in this scenario, goes to check on Matt, but as you might expect, Matt's a little too far gone at this point, and bites and infects Tord. Now, Tom's drunk ass goes to check on Tord and make fun of him for getting infected until, well, he quickly realizes the real danger that he's in when Tord tries to eat him. So Tom flees over to his neighbor's house where his variant, John, lives to try to get some help. Alright, by the way, in Eddsworld, there's like a set of like evil rival, like neighbor variants of the Eddsworld crew that live next door to them. And there's like Eduardo, John, and Mark, and John is just Tom's variant. So Tom tells John that, oh, all my housemates are infected. And John's obviously taken aback by this and is like, wait, well, aren't you infected? So Tom reveals that him and Ed were at the store earlier and a zombie attacked them and bit both of them, but they both hit the fact that they were bitten between each other. So when Ed started to turn, Tom thought he would as well, but apparently he didn't. So it's possible that he might be immune. So John takes him down to Eduardo's lab. Yeah, Eduardo has like a supervillain lab. and they test Tom's blood. And this is probably like the funniest thing in this entire AU. So Tom is immune to like COVID-19, AIDS, hemorrhoids, rabies, swamp fever, and monkeypox. Like, what? Like, okay, all right. I mean, I guess it's not the craziest thing about Tom. I mean, the man has no eyeballs. He has no eyes, no peepers. I mean, like, whatever, let's keep going. So Tom suggests that, oh, we can make a vaccine with my DNA and give it to all the infected people. And then, obviously, their first choice is going to be, let's test it on Ed. So Tom and John post up outside the house, vaccine jab in hand, and barge into Ed's house like straight up action heroes and entice Monster Ed with a brand new supply of cola. And my god, we see a just disgusting abomination elephant man looking Ed charge at them, and surprisingly, they manage to jab him, inject him with the vaccine, and it actually works. By golly, they cure Ed. However, they still have the problem of Tord and Matt to deal with. However, when infected Tord comes back on screen, it drops like a really just dark bombshell. Like, I know this is an infectionau, but it gets like really dark really quickly because Tord just goes like, oh, I'm so hungry, and the only thing I can keep down without vomiting is people. I'm like, whoa. I mean, I know you're like a zombie, but like, cannibalism, Tord? Come on now, it's kind of jarring, okay? Let's go back to the Eddsworld shenanigans, okay? Let's keep it going. So luckily Tom brought an extra vaccine with him to cure Tord, but for some reason Tom just really doesn't want to give it to Tord, like he's like withholding it for some reason. Ed literally has to like beg him and then wrestle it out of him in order to cure Tord, and I don't know, it's very odd. Very, very odd. And the weirdest continues on when they fast forward a couple weeks when they're trying to like get Tord back to health and gain some of his normal weight back. And they discuss curing Matt and hoping that the vaccine will work against all the other variants of the infection, because the infection seems to infect certain people differently and change them in different ways than it would others. And I guess zombie Matt is still flailing around the house doing God knows what. I mean, this will be the first time Matt has been a zombie in like a villain in Eddsworld series, so.
Groovy.
And Tom keeps up the pressure towards Tord. He, for some reason, keeps antagonizing him, saying that they should use him as bait against zombie Matt, or making weird jabs and burns at him like this.
Yeah, thankfully, he looks scary. No offense, Tord.
No offense taken. I couldn't even look at myself in the mirror. I was horrified.
I would be horrified too if I was you at any moment.
Ooh, get his ass, Tom. Ooh, girl. So they finally man up and storm the house where zombie Matt has been living, and my god, he looks like an alien zombie dog. For some reason, the way his body is reminds me of that one Life of Luxury video where they had like the weird dark web dog they bought off the internet, but I'm pretty sure it's just like one of those like robo zombie dogs they put like skin stuff on. Like, but still. So Tom tries to straight up kill Tord and pushes him into the house to try to deal with zombie Matt. Luckily though, Tord manages to jab Matt and inject him, and you would think that would cure him and turn him back to his good old jolly ginger, purple hoodie, also green overcoat self. But no, he dies and turns into dust while Dust in the Wind plays. No, I'm not joking. Like, the creator put Dust in the Wind by Kansas underneath his death scene. Like, quick, play 1 second of that. Did you like that? I close my eyes only for a moment, then the moment's gone. So they decide to host a funeral for Matt, and it's all sad and depressing. But then another zombie enters the fray, and then he's gonna kill Tord.
Leave him alone.
But Ed sacrifices himself, and it's really cool and epic. But he gets bit again. He gets reinfected. Now, you think everything would be fine, right? I think just give Ed a vaccine, but, well, they do that, and then this happens.
But his wound isn't going away.
It's fine.
I'm gonna call John just in case.
No. I'm gonna miss Ed, but at least he won't be in the way now to kill Tord with the infection I've caused to finally put him out.
What?
Oh, nothing. I'm just talking to myself.
Okay then.
Did you get all that? Yeah. That was exposition, exposition. Yeah, so he just dropped all of that on us in like one sentence that Tom made the infection, and he did that as a way to try to kill Todd, and like it inadvertently started an outbreak. Okay, sure, all right. So with the vaccine not working for some reason and Ed's infection getting worse, Tom just goes full on serial killer mode and goes American Psycho final act and just starts going on a rampage, and then he draws some of Ed's infected blood and then goes over to John's house and just stabs him in the head with it and infects him. Like, just like that. And now Todd is left alone with this psycho, so let's see how that
Todd, are
goes.
you crying?
Then it hits us with an even bigger
Why is there only
bombshell.
water in the vaccines? Why is there only water in the vaccines?
Everyone kept getting in the bloody way. I just wanted to kill you without you defending yourself.
Oof!
Yikes. Okay, this is getting into My Little Pony Cupcakes territory. If you know, you know. You know?
Where am I?
In the place where I found the zombified virus, welcome home.
Home?
I was only giving you the virus, but I accidentally dropped a case of it by a vent, and some of the virus airborne to the building next door, so I ran out of this building in fear of getting caught. Then I forgot all about it until I saw someone infected in a grocery store with Ed.
I hate you!
Since you basically made me kill everyone I cared for, I'm going to make you have the slowest and miserable death with this virus.
Alright, so this next part is my favorite part of the entire thing, and that's because it plays the Blue Wrath song that was used in the opening of Shaun of the Dead and the Eddsworld Zombie Attack series. And it's basically just Tom picking out his favorite little torture scalpel tool in order to torture Tord and kill him. And it's just like really cute and goofy, but also kind of like disturbing in a way. Like, and it plays yet another copyrighted song, back to back in a row from Andrew WK, Ready to Die, as Todd snatches the scalpel from Tom last minute with his mouth and tries to frantically cut himself open, and then also manages to stab Tom in the hand while he's doing all that. And the moment I heard Andrew WK, it just immediately made me think of like the Aqua Teen Hunger Force, like when he shows up in that, he's like, "Let's get up, party going." You guys remember Andrew WK, right? Let's get up, party going. Let's get. You remember that song? Or like, dude, remember he had his own show for a while on Cartoon Network, like Destroy, Build, Destroy, but they did that weird like live action show era of it. Anyway, I'm getting off track. Let's go. However, all of Todd's struggle seems to be in vain, as when he rushes towards the exit, he sees that the door is locked, and my god, Tom's stare is haunting in this frame. He manages to grab Todd and overpower him and throw him in the room with all the other infected people that I guess Tom just happened to keep locked up. And Todd, unfortunately, succumbs to the horde and is killed, while Tom awkwardly watches and stares at the camera like he's a dog being yelled at for shitting in the floor, and he's confused because he doesn't know what's going on. And then the series concludes. And there you have it, everybody. That is Eddsworld infectionau. It was a short little fun, cute series I thought would be kind of funny and goofy to talk about. And it was. It really was. That's the thing with so many of these infectionaus. A lot of them don't really have proper endings. They kind of just peter out and fade into obscurity, usually over time. But this one actually kind of does have an ending. It's not a happy ending, but it does have an ending nonetheless, and it's official. So I'll give it props to that with the creator. And the creator, Ultimate Lucky Artist, I mean, they have a lot of great animations. This is definitely not the only thing they've done. Some of them have even gone viral on TikTok. I've like some of the Family Guy ones and stuff, and gosh, you should really go and support them and love and like all their art, and tell them Willie sent you, man. Let them know I sent you their way. I always have fun talking about these cute little series like this, whether they be creepy or funny and I just want to talk about them, or because you guys recommend them to me and or pester me until I do talk about it. You might be wondering, why is a grown man talking about these fanfic animations on YouTube? Well, I'm weird. I'm a weirdo. I don't fit in. No, for real though, shout out to all my weirdos, my freaks, my gays and theys, anyone who doesn't fit into the norm. I love all of you. I love you. I see you. If no one sees you, then I'm dead, because Willie always sees you, okay? I just want to let that be known. Life's boring when you're too normal. Be a little different, be a little quirky, be a little out there. All this creativity, this art and fanfics, these stories, these songs, all of it, it wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for people like that. So keep being you is all I can say. And thank you guys as always for watching and sticking around with me to the end. Your support always means the world to me. And just in case I don't see you, you should see me again and click on one of the videos that show up on the screen right now. Yeah, psyched you out. I kind of do that now with my outros. It's kind of a habit of mine, because I like to plug my videos, you know, like a YouTuber does. So click on them. I'm not going anywhere till you do. Hear that knock on your door? That's me.